Welcome to another edition of Reverend Jeff's Monster Info. This episode focuses on the Bear Lake Monster of Utah and Idaho's border. The myth originally grew from articles written in the 19th century by Joseph C. Rich, a Mormon colonizer in the area, purporting to report second-hand accounts of sightings of the creature. However, he later recanted the stories. In recent years, the monster is considered to be a tourist attraction. The last reported sighting of the monster was in 2004. Not all descriptions of the Bear Lake Monster agree, but one team of folklorists stated that it is reported to resemble a serpent, but with the legs about 18 inches long, on which it marauds along the shoreline. One article reported that the creature had a large undulating body with about 30 feet of exposed surface of light cream color, moving swiftly through the water at a distance of 3 miles from the observation. Others reported seeing a monster-like animal which went faster than a smackhead's gyro, or even the speed of the fastest locomotive, and had a head variously described as being similar to that of a cow, otter, crocodile, or walrus, minus the tusks. Its size was reported to be at least 50 feet long, and certainly not less than 40. Some sightings even spoke of a second member of the species and of smaller monsters as well. An 1868 article in the Deseret News announced, "The Indians have a tradition concerning a strange serpent-like creature inhabiting the waters of Bear Lake. Now it seems this water devil, as the Indians called it, has again made an appearance. A number of our white settlers declare that they have seen it with their own eyes. This Bear Lake Monster, now they call it, is causing a great deal of excitement up here." And then the author, Joseph C. Rich, went on to relate several sightings of the creature in recent times. The article created a stir in Salt Lake City, and within a month, a new staff member quizzed many Bear Lake people and found hardly a person who doubted it. LDS Church leaders took an interest in the monster and visited the area to speak firsthand with the residents of the region. They stated that they had conversation with Brother Charles C. Rich and other brethren from Bear Lake Valley respecting the monster which have been seen in the lake. Considering the testimony that they had been given by so many individuals who have seen the creatures in so many places and under a variety of circumstances, they considered the story to be indisputable. The Deseret News continued to publish articles about the monster, skeptically at times and defensively at others, while other local newspapers turned attacks to the stories of the water devil. The Salt Lake Tribune even went as far as to quip that the monster was twin brother to the devil and cousin to Brigham Young. Articles about the Bear Lake Monster continued to appear over the next several years, either reciting new sightings of the creature or creatures in Bear Lake, as well as other rivers and lakes in the Utah Territory, or calling the sightings into question. The number of alleged appearances of the lake monsters all across northern Utah caused some people to speculate that there was an underground channel connecting the Great Salt Lake and other waterways to Bear Lake. Interest was high enough that at one point even LDS Church President Brigham Young decided to investigate the claims to find out whether the story was an honest tale of a serpent or only a fish story, and went as far as sending a large rope to Paris, Idaho, to aid in capturing the monster. Young wasn't the only person interested in capturing the creature. One local resident proposed using a large baited hook attached to a 20-foot cable and 300 yards of 1-inch rope, at the end of which would be a large buoy with a flagstaff inserted into an anchor to keep it perpendicular position. From the buoy, 100 yards of 3/4-inch rope was to be extended on a tree ashore. When captured, it was the hope that the monster could be exploited for its wondrous proportions in the show business in competition with the famous P.T. Barnum. Interest eventually died down in the subject, and the phenomenon faded from public memory. 26 years following his article and allegations, Joseph C. Rich finally admitted that it had all been a wonderful first-class lie. Modern Bear Lake monster sightings continued even after Rich admitted that he fabricated the original sightings as a hoax. A 1907 letter published in a Logan, Utah newspaper claimed that 2 men had seen the Bear Lake behemoth attack their camp and kill one of their horses. A 4-year-old claimed to have seen it in 1937, and a Boy Scout leader spoke of seeing it in 1946. The last reported sighting of the monster was in June 2002, when Bear Lake business owner Brian Hirsch claimed to have seen the monster. The monster has become part of local folklore, partly due to sporadic sightings, partly in jest. For years, a Bear Lake monster boat, a tourist boat shaped to look like a green lake monster, offered a 45-minute scenic cruise of Bear Lake with folklore storytelling. Another self-parody that the locals have done is to fill a float in the local Raspberry Days parade with the local children and label it the real Bear Lake Monsters. Is the Bear Lake Monster out there? I'll leave that question for you. Thanks for watching. I'm Reverend Jeff, and may the Squatch be with you.